Okay, so I'm going to start off with my eyes. So I'm just going to take the BYS Concealer Duo, which is the liquid, and then the stick concealer. I'm just going to pop the liquid on my eyelids just to prime them because I don't have a BYS eye primer. I'm not even sure if they have one, but you make it work sometimes. Okay, now I'm going to be taking my BYS Nude eyeshadow palette. This is what it looks like. It is the dupe for the Naked Palette 1. I'll get rid of the brushes out of it. So this is what it looks like. I don't know what type of look I want to do. Probably just stick with the gold tones because that's what I'm most comfortable with. So I'm just going to grab a fluffy brush and take the Shadow Couture, which is this matte shade right here. I'll start buffing that into my crease. To go into this BYS matte palette that I have used in a video that you would have already seen. I'm just going to take a ray of the few dark colours, kind of buff that into the outer and in the crease. Now going back into the nude palette, I will be taking the shade Chic, which is this deep gold colour here. Which is Fancy and Cocoa, and I'm going to put that on my outer corner. Okay, so I just popped false eyelashes on, now I'm back. I'm going to be priming my face with the BYS Brightening Primer. This is what it looks like. So yeah, it just says Brightening Primer. This is a really smooth sort of consistency. I don't know how it's brightening and I don't see a lot of colour to it, but it says Brightening Primer. Kind of reminds me of a pore filling primer. It has that kind of velvety touch. Okay, so I just popped false eyelashes on, now I'm back. I'm going to be priming my face with the BYS Brightening Primer. This is what it looks like. So yeah, it just says Brightening Primer. This is a really smooth sort of consistency. I don't know how it's brightening and I don't see a lot of colour to it, but it says Brightening Primer. Kind of reminds me of a pore filling primer. It has that kind of velvety touch. I'm going to add a subtle highlight now. This is the liquid Illuminator in the shade Glimmer, which it says there. I'm just going to pop this under my foundation because I don't want it to be too crazy heavy. So just on top of my cheekbones. Now foundation, I have these two foundations. They are pretty much the same. This one is the liquid foundation in the shade Barely Tan. This is what the colour looks like. And then I have one that says Age Defying in Ivory, which looks exactly the same. So I don't know if that other one, this more tan one, is a different formula or what, but yeah, I think they have the same ingredients and whatnot. So who knows, but these are $5 foundations. You might even be able to pick them up for $4. I think I picked one of these up for $4 somewhere. I'm going to use the shade, the tanned shade, which is Barely Tan. I picked this one up thinking that I would have to mix the two, but I think I'll be able to get away with the barely tan because I'm tanned at the moment. So I'm going to give this a whirl. So I'm just going to pop it out on the back of my hand like that. As you can see, that's the shade there. So I think it's going to be alright. And then I'll just start dotting it on my face. I don't know what this is going to be like. I don't know what to expect. I don't expect great things from it because it is such a cheap foundation, but sometimes just because something's cheap doesn't mean it's bad. So oh, I look really patchy and really muddy. It's to be expected with a $5 foundation. This brand do have dearer foundations, like more expensive foundations, but I thought I would test the cheapest one out and see what you could get for your money's worth. This is just looking like a hot mess so far. It does not look good. I'm blending till the cows come home and I'm not liking how it looks. It's looking just as bad in person as it is on camera. You can see patches here, here. Look at this. It is bringing out this hideous pimple I have. I look so muddy. No, that foundation is a fail. I'm not even going to try and put another layer on. I'm just going to chuck another foundation on. I'm going to quickly try and take this off my face, chuck another foundation on, and then do the rest of my makeup with BYS. So I just chucked on my Design Brands foundation. So now let's move on to concealer. I have a BYS concealer that I use to prime my eyes. Obviously, this is the concealer duo in Natural Beige 03. So I'm going to use the stick side first and just kind of go lightly under the eyes. Then I'll go in with the light end side. Okay, so it doesn't look horrible after it's been blended out with a sponge and then a brush. It is giving me a highlighted effect underneath, as you can see. Now I'm going to take this contour trio and I'm going to use the highlight shade. This one is in the shade 01 Sassy because they have different shades in this. I'm going to take that shade and pop that under my eye. So I actually really enjoy that highlight shade. I think it's really good, and this is like a $5 palette, so why not? Now I'm going to take the BYS compact powder. This one is in the shade medium, and I'm just going to do the rest of my face. That is also a really good powder. It's so creamy. I love it. So good. Now taking a bronzer, I'm going to take the cheek color as my bronzer out of that same trio I just used. So I'm going to take that color to warm up a bit and then that end color to contour. Not too heavy, but you'll see what I'm doing. And then the contour shade. So I have highlighted and contoured my face now. I don't have a highlighter other than that Glimmer thing. I wish they would bring out some not liquid, powdered highlighters. That would be amazing. Hopefully they do, that would be great. I'd definitely get them. I've just got to do my brows. So I'm going to be using the BYS Brow Gel. This is what it looks like. It's a very odd kind of conception. but it is basically just a brow pomade type of thing. Okay, so to finish off with, I'm going to use lipstick. This is the BYS matte lipstick. This is my favorite shade. It's probably the strangest shade. I have about 10 shades of these lipsticks though, so if you want a swatch video, I can do that for you. These lipsticks are amazing. They retail for around about $4 to $5 depending on where you get it, where you go. I love this. This one is in the shade Over the Taupe. It's like that grey cement, kind of not everyone's cup of tea colour. I have worn this in a video and I absolutely love this lipstick. So there are those lipsticks. They also have a normal lipstick, which I don't own any of their normal lipstick because I'm not a fan of normal lipsticks. Matte lips are my thing. And then I also mentioned in a previous video these matte velvet lips, which look like this. And these are their version of a matte liquid lipstick. So I'm just going to apply this one today. I just thought I would share that other option with you. So this is Over the Taupe. These are super pigmented, glides on amazingly. Not everyone's cup of tea, not everyone's kind of colour, but I really like it and that's all that matters. So yeah, this is the lipstick. I will do a swatch just so you can see what it looks like. You would have seen that in that video anyway, but yeah, that is what that looks like there. Like I said, I have a ton of these. I'd be happy to do a swatch video if you want to see it. Just let me know down below. So I think that wraps up this video. Okay, so here is my completed makeup look using, let's say, most of BYS cosmetics. I really do love the majority of them. They are super amazing, super pigmented, super creamy, but I thought I would just do a little tutorial. I can do another brand, one brand tutorial, whether it's this brand or another brand. Just let me know down below. I love doing one brand tutorials. It's great to see what you can come up with a bunch of stuff, but I also have a different bunch of BYS stuff anyway, so whatever you guys want, I can do for you. But yeah, that wraps up this video. I hope you enjoyed. Please give it a big thumbs up if you did. Just goes to show you don't have to spend a ton of money to get a half decent look on your face. However, the foundation was shit, I know. I will buy one of their more expensive foundations and try that out. I'm sure it'll be fine. I went the cheap option. Stupid me. Anyways guys, I love you so much and I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe.